Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Rabbi.
A good tavach, chodesh tov, good chodesh. We're learning Mishna Sotah, Perek Beis, chapter 2, Mishnah Hey, Mishnah 5. Now, we have previously learned that the Torah says that after the Kohen makes her swear regarding her becoming impure, meaning regarding regarding that when she was seclusion with the man, she was warned not to go into. There's that shvua regarding if she does commit adultery and the results of what will happen from that, of how she will be punished. And after he finishes making her swear regarding whether she did commit adultery, didn't commit adultery, the Torah says, she says, Amen, Amen. She responds, Amen, but it says Amen twice. So, Almahi Aimeres, Amen, Amen. Regarding what does she say, Amen, Amen? Right? Now, let me just read through a little bit here from the bottom, because just to understand, just to get straight the order of things. Now, we had learned about the way the Mishnayos have it laid out is, we were talking about the writing. Remember, right? What do you write, and what do you write it on? What do you write it with? And now the Torah talks about her saying Amen, Amen. Now, that would almost sound like the Kohen first writes everything, right? And then he makes her swear, as we'll see what makes her swear means. He says to her, he makes her swear regarding, her becoming impure, if she became impure. And when she says Amen, right? That's accepting it. That's accepting. That's like when she says Amen, that's like she made the shvur herself. He expressed it, but when she says Amen, that's considered her making it. Now, if you follow the order of the Mishnah, it sounds like he's writing things down first, and then he's making her swear, and she's answering Amen, Amen. But that's not really the order of things. The order of things actually is, as the Torah has it, the order is the following. We learned previously there is some dirt from the floor of the Beis Hamikdash that's taken out and put into water. Then the Kohen says the oath and curse to the woman, to which she responds, Amen, Amen. And then the verses are written on the parchment. That's the real order of things. So now, therefore, what we're talking about here is, before the verses are written on the parchment, the Kohen says the oath and the curse to the Sotah. She responds, Amen, Amen. So what is she responding Amen twice to? Says the Mishnah, Amen al ha'ala, Amen al hashvua. One Amen is for the curse, the other Amen is for the oath. Now, when we read a little bit further in the Mishnah, we'll get a better understanding of what that means. But he made her swear. There is an oath regarding the fact that she's going to be punished if she committed adultery, and she is answering Amen to the oath and to the shua, to the curse. I'm sorry. Allah is a curse. She's saying Amen to the curse and Amen to the shua. He says to her, I make you swear that if you committed adultery, that, things are going to happen. And that's the curse. And she says Amen to the shvua in the sense that she is swearing that if she committed adultery, she's swearing to the fact about whether she committed adultery or not. And, the way the wording of the Torah goes is that it says, the Kohen shall make the woman swear with the oath of the curse. Let me just get these psukim right. Okay. Right. The oath reads, the Kohen shall make her swear and say to the woman, if a man has not lain with you, you have not strayed, you'll be innocent of the waters. But if you have strayed from your husband, then there will be the punishment. Okay? So you've got the oath and then the Kohen shall make the woman swear with the oath of the curse, and the Kohen shall say to the woman, okay, etc. So she has to swear regarding her state that if she did not commit adultery, she will not be punished by the waters. But if she did commit adultery, then comes the curse of, the fact that it says her stomach explodes, her leg falls off, or whatever it falls off. So the amen that we're saying here, one amen is for the oath, and the other amen is for the curse. Or actually, the order of the Mishnah is amen ala Allah, amen on the curse, amen on the oath. Now, it doesn't stop there. Mishnah continues. Amen me ish zeh, amen me ish acher. Amen from this man, amen from a different man. Amen shalei satisi arusa nesua. Amen that I did not stray, I did not commit adultery as an arusa and as a nesua, kanusa, or waiting for yibum, or after already being taken in for yibum. Okay? Now, what that means is like this. The whole story here is he warned her not to come to seclusion with man X. And she did so. Okay? Now, if let's say at some point of time she committed adultery with another guy, that has nothing to do with what's happening now, right? Seemingly. But there is a principle called Gilgal Shua. That means that once I am making you swear about one thing, I can bring in other things that I couldn't have gotten you to swear about. That's a principle when it comes to swearing. And therefore, in this case, when she says amen, amen twice, besides what we said, that amen there's an amen on the curse and amen on the oath, it means also amen from this man that you warned me about, meaning that amen that whatever, that if I committed adultery with this man that you warned me about, there's going to be the repercussions. And amen, whether that if I committed adultery with a different man, not the man you warned me about, but a different man, the results will be the same. So it's possible that if she didn't commit adultery with the man that she was in seclusion with, but she committed adultery with a different person at some other different time when she was married to this man, then the results of what happens to her will be the same. But that's the amen, amen. There's Gilgal Shvua. You make a Shvua, the Shvua starts where the Shvua, the Torah says the Shvua takes place, can take place. And then what's taking place, he can include other things also. So even though he didn't warn her about this other man, by saying amen, she's including the other man into the repercussions of what's happening here. Now a little bit more explanation about that is that she says amen, so amen from this man you warned me about, amen from a different man. Amen shalei sotisi arusa unesua. Amen that I did not stray as an arusa zanasua. What that means is like this. That means that we know there's two stages to marriage, right? There's Erisin, when he gives her the ring, and then there's when she takes her to the chuppah. And it wasn't that long, it was not that long ago. I mean, it was long enough ago, but not necessarily all the way back to the times of the Mishnah, that these two things took place from each other far apart. Now, if let's say while she is in Arusa, he warns her, don't go into seclusion with this other man. Meaning there's an erison between him and her, and he warns her not to go, she goes into seclusion with another man. And she does. He cannot make her drink. She cannot drink, the Sotah water doesn't apply to her. She becomes forbidden to the man that she is betrothed to. She's going to need to get from him. But there's no process now of giving her the bitter waters to drink, because bitter waters are only given to a woman who is completely married. So what also goes into the Gilgal Shvua, it also goes into what we include in the oath taking place is, amen, I did not stray as an arusa or as an nesua. That means to say, again, he's making her swear, and he's going to get her to drink because she went into seclusion when she was already fully married. But if let's say, but what gets included now also into the Shvua is in case she committed adultery while she was an arusa. Meaning while she was in Arusa, you couldn't do anything. You couldn't actually, give her to drink. But now that she's drinking because she's in the Nesua, in case she committed adultery while she was in Arusa, the waters will work for her. You follow that? Because that's all part of the Gilgal Shvua. It's all part of what you include. Although in the state of Arusa, you could never give her the waters to drink, but if you can give her the waters to drink while she's in a Nesua, you can also now give her the waters will now affect her if she committed adultery while she was in Arusa, because that's the process of Gilgal Shvua. When you make an oath about one thing, you can bring in another thing. You can bring in the other thing that the oath could not have been given by, but now that you have the oath in application because of the situation, you can bring in other things also. And therefore the Mishnah says, included also is, if she did commit adultery when she was in Arusa, even though you can never have gone through this process just because of her being an arusa. Next.
Does she know that?
Doesn't matter. She's being told. And that's what she is accepting. Now, another similar situation is Shemeris Yavim Ukanusa. Now, Shemeris Yavim means we know that if a person dies without children, his wife falls to Yibam to his brothers. Before anybody actually performs Yibam on her, she's called a Shemeris Yavim, waiting for a Yavim, waiting for Yibam to be performed on her. Now, a woman who is a Shemeris Yavim is not allowed to marry another man. She's allowed to cohabit with another man. Now, our Mishnah is saying like this. If, let's say, before Yibam is done, one of the brothers warns her, don't go into seclusion with man X, and she does so, she will not be able to, so now she becomes forbidden on the brothers, just as she would have been forbidden on her original husband, if he would have done that. But again, for Shemeris Yavim, there's no giving her the waters to drink. That's the halacha. So now, but let's say after he did Yibam, she's his wife. And then he warns her, and she doesn't listen to warning, she goes in seclusion. Now he's going to give her the waters to drink, right? Now he can. He can also include now in the oath that when she makes the oath about her status now after it was performed and she is his wife, included in that, you can bring it to that also if she cohabited another man while she was a Shemeris Yavim. Again, you could never have given her the bitter waters as a Shemeris Yavim alone, but once you can give her the waters because she's fully married, you can include also in case she cohabited another man while she was waiting for Yibam.
And is that spelled out?
Yes, that's what she's swearing about. Okay, now back to what it said before. Amen from the oath and amen from the curse. That means now amen shaloinit meisi. She's saying amen that I did not become defiled. Meaning he says to her, he makes her swear, if you did not commit adultery, nothing will happen to you. Okay? So when she says amen, which means she's saying, I accept this shavua, she now herself is making the shavua, making the oath. What is she making an oath about? Amen, that I did not become defiled. That's what she's saying. Because if she were to say, I did become defiled, right? There's no giving her the water to drink. So that means that she is first swearing to the fact that she is not defiled. Okay? And then the second amen is v'imnit meisi avayubi. The second amen for the curse is that if I did commit adultery, if I was defiled, then those waters will come into me and do their thing. So when we said before amen for the curse and amen for the oath, now the Mishnah explains what that means. It means amen regarding the amen of the oath. She is saying, amen, I did not become defiled. She's swearing to the fact she become defiled. The second amen is she's accepting that if I did become defiled, those waters will enter me and punish me. Rabbi Meir says, amen shalein et meisi. He has another explanation. He has another dimension. One amen is, I did not become impure. Okay? And the other one is, amen shalei atame. Amen, that I will not become impure. What that means is, according to Reb Meir, one amen is, I did not become defiled in the past, meaning she's saying, when I was in seclusion with this man, nothing happened. And the other amen is, I will not become defiled in the future. According to Reb Meir, one amen means that if she commits adultery in the future, the water she drinks now should cause her to die at that time. According to Reb Meir, you can include any future adultery. Oh, wow. Even without telling her to go into, even without warning her about seclusion or anything like that. Right now, you're making her say amen. She's swearing, she's accepting to the situation at hand of when she went into seclusion. According to Reb Meir, the amen, what we can also include also in this oath is through Gilgal Shvua, again, that process of Gilgal Shvua, that once we make her swear about one thing, we can include something else. According to Reb Meir, you can even include future adultery. That if in the future she commits adultery, let's say she didn't commit adultery now, she didn't, but she commits adultery later, then the waters she drank now are going to punish her later. That's Reb Meir's opinion. We don't have Pascal like Reb Meir. So it's only these things that we mentioned until now. Then again, it's an amen to the oath, amen to the curse, amen from this man, amen from a different man, amen whether I committed adultery as an arusa or as married. Arusa, again, is what's being included. And Shemari Sevim Kanusa, in the case of Yibam, that when she is accepting the oath regarding if anything happened after Yibam, what can be included also if anything happened before Yibam. Now, one last thing, and that is that the mere fact that you even have to mention Shemeris Yavim, right, to say, well, we're including the Shemeris Yavim in this also. That would only be if you consider, if let's say a Yavama, woman is waiting for marriage, she's waiting for Yibam, she cohabits with another man. What's the halacha now? Can Yibam still be done on her or not? So it's a machlokes rishonim it's machlokes rishonim, sorry. Machlokes tanoim as we're going to see. So now, in order to say that the waters are going to have any kind of effect on her for what she did as Shemeris Yavim, it has to be that if she did commit adultery or she cohabited with another man when she was waiting for Yibam, if it makes her usher to him, then you can include that in this whole process of the water checking her out. But if it doesn't make her usher anyway to him, then those waters would have no effect on her. The waters can only affect if it comes out that really she committed adultery. If we consider that she committed adultery, then we say, okay, the waters will check. And even though you couldn't give her the waters just for adultery during this period of time of waiting for Yibam, if you consider that adultery, you can include it because of Gilgal Shvua, the process of bringing it along, the oath she's making for after the marriage. But if you say that a Shemeris Yavim who cohabits with another man is not considered adultery, she could even go ahead and have Yibam done on her, then there's no point of talking about her here because the waters would have no effect on her anyway. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Rabbi. Okay.